On this groundbreaking episode, I am on location in the desert with my drone in hand to seek, find, and record the massive giant faces in two different deserts over 100 miles apart. Hi, my name is Jenna Bosiger. Be sure you hit the subscribe, the like, and the notifications because I've got some amazing drone footage of these giant desert faces that I found using Google Maps. Giant desert faces made by an ancient, unknown civilization in the same tradition as the famous Nazca lines in Peru and the Blythe Giants nearby. I am back from a 6-day-long expedition, and on this trip I planned many exciting destinations, but the two most exciting destinations were deep in the deserts near both Blythe, California, and Yuma, Arizona. Now, Blythe and Yuma are not necessarily the most desired tourist attractions, but they were exactly where I needed to be in order to find my giant faces in the desert, which were located not down one dirt road, but several dirt roads. Now, in planning this trip, I had spent hours upon days searching and scouring the desert floor in search of desert faces and then searching for more. And I've found hundreds of them. They're all very similar, very recognizable as being the same types of faces made by the same people at the same time. And I went in search of them in order to learn more about them. Now, they were not easy to get to. First time, I went in seek of the desert faces near Yuma, Arizona. Nearby is a monument that says this area was inhabited by pre-Columbian Native Americans. Now, the reason they don't give the name of the tribe of these Native Americans is because I believe not only were they pre-Columbian, but they were pre-Native American. And it also goes along in proving my theory that is shared by a few others that the Olmecs, being the oldest tribe in Mexico, came from North America. And the age of these giant faces goes along with that theory because they far outdate the Blythe Giants that are nearby. Now, when you see the Blythe Giants nearby, even though you can't exactly see what they are from the ground, you can definitely clearly see the lines. These faces, the lines are much fainter and harder to see. And when you're down there on the ground, standing in front of these faces, you would not know what you were looking at unless you had previous knowledge like I did. And what I learned is that they are massive in size, massive in scale, and much, much older than the relatively close Blythe Giants, intaglios made by an ancient, unknown, prehistoric civilization. When I stood in front of the first giant face that I found, I was reminded of the feeling I had when I stood in front of my first Van Gogh painting. I was in shock. I was in awe, and it was amazing to see. It was so exciting, and I'm so excited to be able to share this with you. Now, my silent partner, who prefers anonymity, was there to help me, and he was controlling the drone while I was directing him as to where to go to see the faces. Well, at one point, he told me, I just filmed 5 faces, and you know what my response was? If you can count them, you can see them. So this is not a case of pareidolia. These faces are real. They were made by some ancient group, and they are amazing. Using my memory, using the GPS, we were able to get to these faces and film them. And we did all we could to stay on previously used road trails so as not to destroy them any more than they already have been. The biggest obstacle that I came across right when I was about to get to the faces was a sign that says, military area, no trespassing, unexploded ordnances. These aren't the only intaglios and geoglyphs in the area made by an unknown race of ancient people. And the age of them supports the theory that it began in North America and spread out from there. This expedition was all about capturing the giant faces, which I successfully did. Next time, I'm going to go in search of the ancient code in the desert that's associated with these faces of lines and dots and dashes. The first day of the trip was this trip to the Yuma faces, and the last day of the trip was recording the faces in the Blythe Desert over 100 miles away. They're the same faces. These faces cover so much desert. They were not done overnight. So thank you so much for watching this exciting video about this monumental discovery that I made of these giant faces. And be sure you hit the like, be sure you're subscribed, and hit the notifications, because coming up I've got more videos of more faces. Not only that, I also went to Casa Grande, and oh boy, I learned so much, and it all ties together. A very, very ancient civilization predating Native Americans. I know it's controversial, but you're not going to want to miss it. So until next time, bye!